I would describe my relationship with cream products as I hate them until I use them and I really like them, but yet I still don't use them. I don't know. I have a problem. So today we're doing a full face of cream makeup. Great if you have drier skin or just right now in the winter months when you want something more nourishing and moisturizing. Tried a lot of fun products. One thing specifically I'm like newly obsessed with. So let's just go ahead and get into today's makeup. Before we start, if you are not already subscribed, I would love to have you, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy at any point, and turn on your post notifications, ring that bell so you don't miss my next video. But let's actually get into the makeup this time. Starting with some skin prep, I have on these Bare Minerals Skin Longevity Green Tea Herbal Eye Masks. These ones aren't my favorite. They do slide down a little bit, and I don't like how they come in like single-use packaging. I'd prefer they're just like in a jar. They're pretty nice. I like the color, so let's peel those guys off. I do have moisturizer and the rest of my skincare on, but since this is an all cream product video, I wanted to do some skin prep with actually 2 new cream skincare products that I have. First is from Kjaer Weis. They released the Beautiful Eye Balm. It comes in like this very pretty, it's glass, feels like glass jar. So this is meant to moisturize and prep your under eyes. I'm just gonna tap this under. When I first heard of this formula, I was scared it was gonna be a little bit heavy because balms tend to be just very occlusive and thick around the skin, but this is really lightweight, and I actually think it sinks in nicely, and it has the same smell as the foundation, their new foundation. It smells so good. Whatever this like blend of fragrance is really nice. I'm also putting that under my nose because I have some redness and dryness there. It doesn't have to be just for your eyes. You could use it wherever. So yes, I've been really enjoying that. I'll have to continue using it to see if it's like really worth the price though. And then for lips, I have the Ilia Hydrating Lip Wrap mask. This is their new lip mask. This is really nice as well. Perfect weight for a lip mask. It doesn't seem to slide off the lips too easily. Smells really light and nice and fresh, nothing too overwhelming. I don't know if it's worth the price. I mean, like, lip products are kind of hard to compare because it's just a lip balm, but it's a really nice one. For primer, I pulled out the one that was most like a cream product to me. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is actually fairly new to me. I have tried the Tatcha one. I have it in my collection, but I found that my skin reacts to that now. I get like little bumps on my face from it, so I thought I would try this because I've heard it's a dupe and my skin's been reacting a lot better to it. I don't know if because like the fragrance is different. This one's not very like strongly scented. So I'm just taking a little bit on my fingers and really pressing that in to my pores basically. They have different versions of this primer as well. They have a matte one, a luminous one. I just got this traditional one, and I also see at Target they have a set with all of them if you wanted to try them out and see which one you like the best. e.l.f. is very affordable too, which is great. I'm also putting it in my smile lines where I tend to just get creasing. The cream foundation I'm going to use today is the Westman Atelier Vital Skin Foundation Stick. Do I love this? No. Do I think this brand is worth it? Definitely not. They're so pricey and the formulas aren't anything amazing, but this is the only like cream foundation in my collection I don't like absolutely despise. It's pretty good. So this is the shade Atelier 3. They just launched at Sephora, by the way. I wouldn't really recommend any of it. I think it's overpriced, but we're still gonna use this today. This is going to be way too dark, but we'll have to make it work. I'm just gonna do a couple, more than a couple swipes on my face, and then using this Merit Beauty little foundation brush. The amount of product you get in here for the price is absolutely ridiculous. It's 0.31 ounces of product, and it's how much? I'll put it on the screen. I was being a little bit of a hater. This actually looks really beautiful on the skin, but it's still not something I think is worth it. I think there's a lot of similar options out there. I don't know what happened over here. I'm getting so many tiny breakouts. This brush by Merit, by the way, I really like the density and softness of it. Perfect for cream foundation. I don't really love any sort of cream foundation with a sponge. They don't seem to apply very well, but this is nice, and Merit does make makeup products. They're launching on Sephora soon. I will have a video up the day they're launching, so if you were interested in anything, be sure to hop back on my channel here and watch that video, or subscribe and put on those post notifications so you know when it comes out. To spot conceal, I'm going to use the Ritual de Fille, the Ethereal Veil Conceal and Cover. This is the shade Galeta, which I believe is the second lightest shade. This is a very thick, creamy concealer, and I just like to warm this up on my hands because it is so thick. And I'm just going to spot conceal where that foundation didn't cover, because I feel like the foundation is like a light medium coverage. I actually really enjoy this product. I don't typically love heavier concealers like this. Using the same brush I used for foundation to dab this into my skin. This base looks really good. What the heck? I would describe my relationship with cream products as I hate them until I use them and I really like them, but yet I still don't use them after that. I don't know. I have a problem. Now you could use the CRUELTY-FREE one under your eyes as well, but I want to use a liquid concealer today just because I don't like creams under my eyes. They seem to be a bit creasy, very creasy actually. This one's not bad though. I would recommend this if you do like cream concealers. So instead of that, I'm going into the Kosas Revealer. They added new shades of this, which is great because the original shade range was very yellow and they added some deeper shades, different undertones, and they also expanded the light end of the spectrum. I don't know if they added any like medium shades, but they added I think 3 or 4 new light shades. The other shades that I have are all too like yellow for me. I can use them when I'm self-tanned. These are way better for under the eyes. I have the shade 01, 0.5N, and 1.5C. My favorite has been just the shade 1. So I just like to brush off the excess on this brush and then do some on the inner and outer corners. Concealer feels just so nourishing and hydrating on the skin. It has that same like feeling of skincare-ness as cream products do. I need to wet my sponge. I'll be back. If you use a sponge and you feel like it ruins your makeup sometimes, my trick is to make sure it's very, very wrung out of water. I wring it out of water and then I also take paper towel or reusable cloth or whatever and just squeeze it so there's like no water dripping out of it, because if there's excess water, it can mix in with products, especially cream products since they're usually oil-based, and just make it look really cakey and weird. So that's my little tip, and this is a Haley's Beauty sponge, by the way, my fave. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out. This is one of those concealers you can leave on your skin for a while and it doesn't dry down, so you don't have to work super quickly. Actually taking a little bit more of this to highlight my forehead, just right down my nose, do the chin too. Since we have other cream products to use, obviously I'm gonna wait to set my concealer, which might be a downfall in the end, but we'll figure it out. For bronzer, I brought out the OG. These are their Hydrogenic Sculpted Face Sticks. Their packaging is very similar to Westman Atelier. This one actually feels nicer and it's less expensive. Let's compare the amount of product. This is 0.28 ounces, this is 0.31, so minimal difference there. This feels a little bit heavier and nicer. They have blushes in this line as well. This is the shade Amber. I think I might have a discount code for them. I will link it below if I do, but I'm just going to use this as my bronzer. These are pretty sheer and blend out really nicely. So this shade can be used as a bronzer on lighter skin or a highlight for deeper skin, and they have one other darker shade as well, bronzer for medium skin or another highlight for deeper skin. I'm actually going to use the same foundation brush with why is there a fly in here? I'm going to use the same foundation brush with the leftover product on it just to help with our blending here, and swiping up just so we don't like drag down the face with the color. These are really pretty. I'm always impressed when I pull this out. I have 2 cream contours I wanted to talk about. First is another product from Rituel. I can never say this right the first time. CRUELTY-FREE. This is the Eros Inner Glow Cream Pigment. Not a specific contour product, but I feel like it works for contour on my skin. So here's the shade. It's pretty cool toned and pigmented. There she is. And then I wanted to mention the Danessa Myricks Contour Balm because they have a bunch of contour shades and they're really beautiful. The range is a bit warmer, at least the shades that I have. They don't really have a cool toned fair shade. It's like my one con with it. That's the shade Light 1. As you can tell, it's almost like a bronzer on me, so I think I'm gonna go in with the CRUELTY-FREE one. For this product, I'm using a Luxie 542 flat contour brush. When I'm using a brush with cream products, I like to coat the brush and then warm it up on the back of my hand just so it gets some heat to it before I actually apply it. It's going to make it smoother, more blendable, and also just get a more even distribution of product, and it's going to blend well. Did I say that already? I'm not sure. Anyway, for this, I'm going to focus right in the hollows of those cheeks. Them cheeks. I'll do some under my jawline. I'm not going to do any on my forehead because I feel like it can look a little bit muddy when I have too much product up there. And then again, using my Merit foundation brush with all the product on there and blending everything in. And with contour and bronzer, like I mentioned before. Make sure you're blending up. It's gonna lift your face. If you start to blend down, it's gonna sort of just drag everything down. Oh, I also really love the Fenty Beauty Cream Contour. It's another really nice cream product. That one's very cool tone, the lightest shade. We are sculpted, we are glowy. It's a look. For creme blush, I have a lot of cream blushes, but I pulled out one that actually got me into cream products and cream blushes and I haven't used in forever. It's the Juice Beauty Last Looks Cream Blush in the shade 04 Flush. Such a pretty neutral pink. Delicious. There she is in my hand. This product, I don't feel like you have to warm it up as much. It's kind of already pre-warmed. It has the texture of it already being pre-warmed is what I meant to say. And the brush I'm going to use with that is a Luxie Small Contouring. This is one of my favorite blushes for cream products. It's small, it's just like a dome shape, and it works really well, especially for cream blush. Same technique, just dabbing it in there, dabbing it on my hand, and then applying it. This formula is really juicy, pun intended, Juice Beauty, and like sheer but buildable, and it lasts a really long time. I love putting this on top of like a full matte face because it just gives you a glow in the cheek area without disrupting anything, and it works beautifully over powder. I posted this over on my community tab. If you haven't seen it, asked you if I made an ASMR video, would you watch it? I get comments all the time about I should make an ASMR video. I don't know, I don't think like it would be something I would do reoccurring on this channel. If I did decide to do it, I'd probably make it a separate channel, but if I tried it once, would you be down to watch it? I need to get a new mic for it, so still thinking about it. Now to set my under eyes, I have a very specific technique so I get very minimal creasing. Since the concealer's been sitting under the eyes, it's sort of settled into the fine lines and the crevices. So I'm going to take my sponge one eye at a time. I'll start over here. All I do is just re-blend it so that it's sitting a lot nicer because we don't want to set in the creases. We want to set in a smooth base. And I also already have my powder prepped here, so I'm not gonna have to open it and dispense it, cut back on our time. Once that's blended, going in, and I just set. Easy as that. This is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, by the way. And there we go. Easy as pie. That saying does not make sense. What does that mean? Easy as pie? Pie is not easy to make. I've never made a pie. Never in my life. Now I'm just doing the same technique over here. Do you have one eye that creases more than the other? For some reason, this eye is like more wrinkly than my other one. I'm not sure when this stopped recording, but if it stopped before I did powder, I just set the rest of my face besides the cheek section. Moving on. Oh, we have to do highlight. I pulled out the Kjaer Weis Radiance highlight. This is one of my favorite cream highlights because it's almost like silky satin cream. It's not very oily or thick, so it goes nicely over powder. And this one's like a light warm gold, but it's still light enough. It does not cast dark on me, and I just like to use my fingers for this. I haven't found a brush that works good with cream highlight. I don't even know what kind of brush would work good. So that's it for cream product base. I'm going to do my brows off camera, come back and we'll do the eye look. I will link the brow product I'm using below. Probably just going to do a pencil and a little bit of a brow gel. Brows are on, and I pulled out two different cream eyeshadow combinations. I don't know what one I'm going to go with. I wish you guys could help me. First is they're both the same products, but it's the Ilia Glaze, what are these called? Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tint. And then this is the Vesca Moonlight Dream Cream Shadow, which I'm really excited to try. I just got these. These are both like these pretty pink shades. And I also have the Vesca Moonlight Dream Cream Shadow in the shade Orion, and then the Ilia one in the shade Hatch. This one's like a green, and this one, it is like a brown, but it has some gold shimmer in it. I feel like I just did a darker, cooler toned eye look, so I'm kind of feeling like the light pink a little bit. I'm going to lay down some transition shades before the creams though. This is the Pixi Rosette Ray Eye FX palette. I'm taking this light pink shade on a fluffy ColourPop E15, and per usual I'm just working this into my crease. Because this shade is so light, I'm not really worried about taking it up or in too far. That's a great thing about transition shades. They're lawless. Next, just taking that same shade on my lower lash line. I always do this with my transition shade just to tie everything in. I do feel like I need a deeper pink, so I'm using the PYT Hello Warm Palette, this middle shade here. This I'm using with a Luxie Small Tapered Blending and focusing this in my outer V and just closer to that crease line. After I have both the pigment laid down on my eyes, I'm using the same brush and blending it out in circular motions. Next, for more depth, I clean cleaned off my brush, and then I'm taking this dark chocolate brown here, and this I'm staying very close to the outer V. I guess this is like a Valentine's look. I did not plan on doing that. Now onto the actual cream shadows. I'm gonna start with the Ilia Chromatic Eye Tint. The shade's like a light pink champagne shade glaze again. These pick up a lot of products, so just be careful. This I'm going to apply to the outer half of my eye, and I'm just gonna blend with my finger. Very subtle, but it's just gonna brighten that area of my eye up a little bit. Now with the Vesca Moonlight Dream Cream Shadow in Lyra. This one's like much more metallic. It's like this rose gold, so pretty. This is going right on the center of the lids, and for this I'm using my pinky because it's small, just for more precision. That is so pretty. This is like a glitter, but it's like a micro fine glitter, and it has a bunch of different like shades in there, like has gold, blue, some pink shimmer. It looks so smooth and pretty, and these do not budge. It's like already dried down in my hand, so I'm gonna dispense a little bit more and doing the same thing on this eye. This is absolutely stunning. It makes my eyes look like it has a gloss on it almost, but it feels really light and it's not chunky at all. Like this is exactly what I want from a glittery eyeshadow. I'm very impressed. I did not think that was gonna go that well. Let me go ahead and swatch the other shade for you guys because I'm loving this formula. What? How pretty is that? It's like a dark brown with some gold glitter in it. I feel like I could totally go in with another glitter to make this even more like bam bam, wow wow. But I'm really loving the softness. I feel like it's way more wearable, especially for like Valentine's Day. I'm just loving this like cream shade. I literally can't stop looking at it. But I do feel like this look definitely calls for a like brown soft shadow liner instead of like a black liner. So I'm taking my Makeup Geek, same palette I use every video, Chocolate Wasted, deep brown right in that corner, on a Luxie flat definer, which is really great for shadow liner because you can literally just stamp it on. I will show you. For mascara, I wanted to talk about this again. I mentioned it, I believe, a few videos back after I tried this, and I hear people talking about how they like this and I don't understand. So this is the Bite Beauty Upswing mascara, which is absolutely beautiful in the effect that it gives, but for me it smudges so much on my lower lash line. Even if I don't have any and I just have it on the top, it somehow transfers down. So I don't know if it's just my eye shape or like what products I'm using under my eyes, but I just wanted to tell you guys that it does smudge. So I don't know what's going on with that. I wish I didn't because it's super beautiful. So I'm just gonna use my Ilia mascara, and then I'm probably gonna pop on some lashes. I think I'll do my Ardell Wispies, just the ones I always use, and we'll be back. So we're back with the lashes on. I just did the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Oh Snap. I filmed it, but my audio was way off, so I had to just cut that out. Moving on to lipstick, I feel like we need like the perfect pink for this look. Let me try to find one. I think the Bare Minerals Insight, their mineralist lipsticks would be really nice for this look. This one is very flat. I almost used a liquid lipstick, but this is more cream and it's a cream product video. Should we do a gloss? I think so. Let's do it. Let's use the Pixi Chloe Morello collab. This is the Parfait gloss, which is very glittery. It works. I also have this e.l.f. Retro Paradise gloss I want to try, which is like a similar thing. It just has like this pink shimmer to it. So let's layer that. It kind of smells like soap. Here's our finished face of cream products. I really enjoyed doing this video. I like to do this occasionally to get myself back into cream products. I think I just don't use them a ton because they don't wear the best on me. But I mean, in terms of how it turned out, I absolutely love it. Found a lot of like things I just need to put back in my everyday makeup drawer, and some new things that I really enjoy, like the Vesca cream eyeshadow. This is absolutely stunning. I love it. I'd love to pick up more shades of that, but thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss my next video, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy at any point. But I will see you next time. Bye.